Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's Car Chronicles, I am on my way to get my windshield replaced because as I was going to go get my garden, something popped off of a truck, rock, concrete, something, and it chipped my windshield, and before I knew it, it began to spread. So I've got to get a new windshield. Not happy about that. I could be using that money on the house, but no, new windshield. So I'll see you later on in the garden. Bye for now. Good evening and welcome to the channel. In tonight's video, as I promised in my last video, I am going to be sowing my very first seeds for 2023. Now I'm going to be very ambitious, so I've got a lot I want to try to get in. We'll see how it turns out, and if you'd like to see what I'm sowing tonight, stay tuned.
It's a new day, yeah.
All right, now that you've seen sort of kind of what I was doing earlier today, now I'm going to do something a little less stressful, and I'm going to try to sow peppers, cucumbers, and eggplants. Peppers and eggplants take a minute to get going, and they take some heat. So this behind me is my garage grow station. I took my rickety old, pitiful looking greenhouse that I used to have in the house up in North Texas, and I've placed it in the garage. Now I've got my heat mats, I've got my lights, I've got extra trays at the bottom. I've already prepped my cups with soil or my growing medium. My growing medium of choice is coconut coir vermiculite with a little bit of all-purpose fertilizer, just because if they stay in the pot a little while longer, I want to give them a little bit of feed. So that's where I'm starting out tonight. I've already prepped everything, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my peppers because I have them open here at my knees. And you have to excuse me, I hope you all can see. And if you can hear a lot of noise, I am in the garage. There are cars going up and down the street, people playing their music, dogs are barking, so there's that. I like to start with moistened, not dripping wet soil, just to kind of give the seeds a little bit of moisture before I put a little bit of soil on top, sprinkle them in, and top it off with a little bit of moisture. So first and foremost, I've already put my soil in my cups, and I'm a little bit, I won't say disorganized because I'm not disorganized. I have all of my stuff at my feet. I'm looking for my sprayer. I may have to take a break because I don't see my sprayer and I need it. And what I have down here is going to make my soil a little bit too wet. So let me get my sprayer and I'll be right back. Now that I have my trusty dusty sprayer, I can get started. So what I'm going to do, and I'll just show you, I've already placed some soil in my cups. Not a lot, but just enough to get my seedling started. I'm just going to spray down my soil a little bit, and I'm going to go through all of these cups and spray down my soil. Just a little bit, just enough to get it moist. And I do apologize for my setup. Right now I have everything around my feet, so it looks a little disheveled. I have a lot that I need to get outdoors and plant directly. And so right now it probably looks like a mess if you can see it. But I've been organizing, reorganizing. I have moved so many things so many times so that I can make sense of it. And I think I have done that. So let me water these down, wet this soil a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Now that I have my soil all wet and I've worked smarter, not harder, I'm going to go through my pepper box and start sowing some seeds. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to be very ambitious. I'm going to try to sow as many seeds as I've got in the box. We'll see how that goes. So let me take this out of here. And again, I do apologize. I'm learning how to work in my new space. So I'm going to take my tray out, make it a little easier for myself. And I'm going to start with my first seed. This is a paprika pepper. I grew this, I want to say 2 years ago. I've got some seed right there in the corner that I saved. But this is the paprika pepper that I'm going to be trying to grow. I got it from Baker Creek, and it looks like there are a few seeds in the corner, about as many as I saved myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my own seed and see how well they do. Now, I'm not just going to use my own seed. I am also going to use store-bought seed just in case these fail. So I'm going to put 2 of mine and 2 store-bought. And I'm going to do that for all of the seeds that I'm going to be sowing tonight. And I do have a lot of seeds. I don't know how viable my seeds are because I did not do a germination test, which is one of the reasons why they're in the plastic baggie and not in here. So that's my paprika pepper. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing for all of the peppers that I'm going to be sowing tonight. So I'm not going to take you along with each and every one. I'm going to be doing the exact same thing like I mentioned. But first and foremost, I have to make sure that I label everything. That way I don't lose track of what I'm trying to grow. So I'm just going to do that by writing on the cup itself with a Sharpie what is the name of the pepper, and I'm going to move on to the next pepper. So I'll be right back. Now that I've labeled my cup and I've dated it, I'm going to just place a little bit of soil over the top, or my growing medium of choice, over the top to set my seeds in. Not a lot, just a pinch, just to cover them up. Nope, that one wasn't covered. That one wants to be difficult. There we go. And I'm just going to moisten my soil a little bit more, like so. Get my seeds nice and wet. Give them a chance to wake up. Water wakes them up. Lets them know, hey, it's time to start growing. Well, that and heat. So now that I have that pepper sown, I'm going to speed this up and sow the rest. I do apologize for that. I was looking a little wonky. I couldn't see what you could see. So I turned the camera around so that I could see what you could see. So now I see it. Okay, so back to the peppers. I'm going to speed this up and then I'll be right back. I am sowing my last seed for this tray, which is the Shishito Pepper. And I had to actually use scissors to open this packet up because it was a little difficult. So this is the Shishito Pepper that I picked up sometime last year. And the reason why I picked it up is because I saw another gardener that I watch regularly, Ession's Family Garden, and he was raving about his shishito peppers last year, how he liked them. He and his family do taste tests, and I thought, ooh, I want to try that pepper. So I bought it, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be really good. Now, what I'm doing with my seeds is, if a seed doesn't look the best, and you know how seeds look when they don't look their best, what I'm doing is I'm putting extra seeds in the container, or if I have a container that, or a packet of seeds that I've had for a long time, or that I've harvested myself, or that was gifted to me and I don't know the viability of it, what I'm doing is adding a few extra seeds to that cup to see if I can get some good germination. So I just topped it off with a little bit of my growing medium. Use whatever growing medium of choice that you choose to use. I'm going to wet the soil on top with a little bit of rainwater. That's what's in this container, is rainwater. And that, everybody, is my first set of peppers that I am sowing for 2023. And again, I do apologize for my setup. This is all new for me, and I hope to be able to have it positioned better in the very near future. It's just I have a lot of stuff right in front of me that I need to get out in the garden, and until I can get the garden straight, it is what it is, right? So shishito peppers is one of the peppers that I just sowed. Shishito. The other pepper that I sowed was fish pepper, and I've had these seeds for a while, probably like 3 years. Let's see. I tried to sow a jalapeno pepper. I don't believe these peppers are good. These seeds are all that viable, but I sowed an extra amount of those. I sowed red jalapeno. These were gifted to me. I don't remember who gifted them to me, but if you're watching my channel right now, thank you. I really appreciate it. I've had them for a little while, so I sowed those. Cayenne are always in my garden, at least they have been for the past several years, and so I put in some long cayenne. I grow this pepper that I do not know the name of it. I have no idea. I thought it was a bell pepper, but it ended up being very spicy. I think it is a hybrid. It's been crossed with something. So I just write down mystery pepper, and I put it in the garden every year because why not? It's the ClausenWorld pepper. And I've sowed an extra seeds for the Carnival blend pepper. I've had these seeds for a while, and I really would love to get a purple bell pepper because my mom really likes those. And the blonde, or I guess it's white bell pepper, because that's unique. I've never had that. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that. I sowed some sweet banana peppers because I want to do some pickling. And I have more peppers yet to sow. I sowed this pepper that I got recently from my gardener. It's the pepperoni pepper. I plan on pickling that one as well. One of my subscribers, I think she's a subscriber, he or she, I'm not sure. If they aren't, that's fine. Think about subscribing. They told me that this one is indeed the pepper that is served at the Olive Garden, and they pickle it. So excited. I think it was a gentleman. I think it was. But thank you for that information. So I'm going to be pickling that if I can get it to grow. And of course, paprika peppers. They're spicy, but I really like paprika, so I'm growing that. And then I've got some peppers that I did not sow because these were harvested stuff that I purchased from the store that I didn't want to sow. But I am going to sow this one because I did grow this one. This is a Fresno pepper, so I'm going to be sowing that here very soon, in just a minute. But these are store-bought long green, sweet, spicy reds, jumbo jalapenos. I made I canned some jalapenos recently. Well, not recently. last year. I canned some jalapenos, and I saved the seeds from those store-bought jalapenos. They were huge. And so I saved those seeds. I'm not going to grow those. I'm going to try my hand at the red jalapenos, but I do want to grow jalapenos. And these were some these were jalapeno seeds that I got from another YouTuber. I'm not sure what channel it was, but if you recognize the packaging, you know who I'm talking about. Great seeds, great price. Really love buying from them. It's been a while. I'm going to have to check out their channel again. And maybe pick up some more stuff. But I do have some more peppers that I do want to sow. Let's see. I don't want to, hope I'm not dropping anything. And I am. My jalapenos, put that back in there. Let's see. I have several more peppers that I am going to be sowing. And I will read those off to you all. I'm going to do it off camera. I'm not going to take y'all with me because I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to be sowing, as I mentioned, Fresno, because I like Fresno. I want to make some sriracha. I cannot find sriracha in the stores. Have y'all seen that sriracha is missing in the stores? Because I can't find it. It's missing here. I was gifted some Anaheim peppers. They're hot. I'm going to try to grow those. We'll see how that turns out. I was gifted some Cascabella peppers. It doesn't say whether or not they're hot or not, but I'm going to put those in as well. And Serrano, did I say Serrano? I actually have a Serrano that I clipped from my plant that's in here. It's not dead. I need to see if there are any roots on it. I can't tell, but I have a Serrano in there. And if it's not viable, then I'm going to sow seeds. But I did clip a piece of Serrano, and that's the only one of my peppers that I clipped that I was able to save in the move. So Serrano. And I'm going to put some poblano pepper in. And I think I mentioned my mystery pepper. I did. I mentioned that. I've already sowed that. So I'm going to put those pepper seeds in there. And chili guajillo pepper. This was also a gift. I can't remember her name or her channel at the moment. If I can remember this stuff, y'all, I'll put it in the description box, but right now I can't recall it. But I want to try to grow that as well. I love Spanish cuisine. I think this is hot. I'm not sure. But yes, I have several more peppers I am going to be sowing tonight. Oh, and one more. I got this pack of seeds from a seed swap many years ago. It's the sweet yellow stuffing pepper. Can you guys see that? And I'm also going to sow that. So I've got some more cups up here that I'm going to be sowing pepper seeds in. I am going to have a lot of peppers in the garden. Yes, I am. So let me get back to my seed sowing. And I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. I hope this video wasn't too long. I'm just sowing seeds, y'all. I'm trying to get started. I've got a lot going on still. I've cleaned out a lot of boxes in the garage. I still have about 2, 4, maybe 6 more to go. And then the garage will be cleaned out. I have a shelving unit coming in the mail tomorrow. So that will be able to take care of those few boxes, and then I'll be able to clean out the rest of the garage, and the garage will be ready, set, done. One room that'll be completely done is the garage, and the rest of the stuff that you all cannot see, that is going to go in the shed, but the shed has to be built, so it's kind of shoved off into the corner. But that's that. This is my sowing station. I'm going to be sowing a whole lot more plants. This is going to be completely filled up, as well as I'll probably have some seeds on the floor on the shelving unit over there. I used to have a metal shelving unit in the garden up at North Texas. I found it on the side of the road. I don't remember if you all know what that looks like. It was a welding project that one of my neighbors was gifted from a friend, and he was tired of it. So I asked him, could I have it? He's like, yeah, sure. And it's a metal shelving unit that was welded. It's very heavy, very sturdy, and I've got garden things on it right now. I've got plenty of space to put more seeds. I've got 5 more empty trays down there, so there will be plenty of things to sow, and I will bring you all along with as much as I can show you when it comes to sowing. So I want to thank you for joining me in my seed sowing station tonight. If you like this content, do me a favor, hit that like button, share my video, leave me a comment. I do my very best to respond to each and every one of you. Again, it may take me a little time to get back to you, but I make a point to respond, even if it's just with an emoji, to let you know that I saw you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for responding to me. So I think that's all I got tonight. I got more seeds I got to do, and I've got one more room with a few more boxes I'd like to open in the house tonight before I lose too many more hours, because I got to get some sleep in, because tomorrow's a work day. So until then, I hope to see you either in the kitchen or the garden real soon. Bye for now.